Good morning, dear fountain pen, ink, and paper loving friends. Happy Advent, happy Inkvent. I was lucky enough to receive a share of an Inkvent calendar, and I would like to share my inks with you, the unwrapping and the sampling every day in December throughout the Advent season. And I'm very much looking forward to it. And I want to thank my friend again for sharing so generously. And my plan is I want to use this notebook. So there's a lot of memories involved because I brought the notebook from a trip to San Francisco where I visited the store Maido, a Japanese stationery store. Wow, that's all I say. And then I thought about it, what do I want to do? Do I just want to swatch the inks, or what do I do? And then I thought, well, I want to keep it in the spirit of Christmas, and I want to just write something. So yesterday I pulled out all the, from our books, I pulled out everything that's like little books and stuff. And I wanted to show you these because my plan is to transcribe something from these little Christmas themed books. It may be German, or it may be English, it may be a song, it may be a story, it may be part of a story, or it may be something, in this case, that my daughter wrote. And I think that's what I want to start with. She wrote this 10 years ago. Wow. So that's what my plan is. And I cleaned a lot of pens because I'm a procrastinator, so I did it last night. And some of them are already ready to be used, and I wanted to show them, and hopefully a bunch of them the plan is, because these vials are skinny, I don't think I can get a fountain pen in there to use the piston filler pens, but I'm going to do a syringe fill, and as much as possible it's called an eyedropper fill, and I'm going to do the silicone greasing so it just goes in the body. And just a little while before, well, how long ago was this? I think about 3 weeks ago, I went to my local store and I bought this little Kaweco Sport, and because I haven't used it, I have saved it for the Advent, for the Inkvent, and so I think that's what I want to start with today. It's a Kaweco Sport, and the body is clear, so I thought that would be really cool. And the nib is a double broad, which I love. So like I said, eyedropper fill. And then these are the others that I have prepared. Oh, shoot. So far, I should say. And so there will be, I'm going to show you these guys for now. There's a Kaweco AL Sport, which I may have gotten in Paris, I think. This one has a medium nib. just a normal black Kaweco Sport. Can't remember where I got it. Yet again, double broad nib. Here is a new Pelican, and it is a, pretty sure it's a piston filler. Let me see. Oh, yes. This is a piston filler, but I'm thinking I'm going to be able to, yes, I will take out the nib and fill it from the front. And this is fairly new to me. Also, it was a gift from my brother. I think it is a Pelican 150, according to my research, which may be not very, I don't know. I'm just not 100% sure. Then I'm very excited for the first time. I will share one of these babies with you. I have been crazy in the last month about collecting these Schaefer student pens. I love them. They're cheap, they're reliable writers, and I feel like I'm the only one who knows this maybe because hardly ever anybody else bids. So I usually get them for the price that I want to pay, which is under $10, including the shipping. And I love these little guys. And I especially love them when they have a writing on them. Some of mine have that. So I have by now, I hate to confess, 22 of these, maybe 23. I think this is the 23rd. And they are all eyedropper filled. But my other ones are not empty, so this is the only one that's empty, which I will fill. Then I have a, oh, this is a slaughtered Franken pen. You see this? A crack that I butchered when I tried to fix it. This is a piston filling Geha fountain pen from Germany. Very popular brand back in the day, 70s maybe, I would say 60s. And it's a piston filler, but also it opens in the center, so I will not do a piston fill, but fill it from here. The nib, I cannot say what it is. Does it say? Nope, don't know. But all I can say is that it writes reliably, even though the cap is so horribly mangled by me. And then I have my old Lamy 2000. I have a new one now that I got for my birthday this year. And this one is an old one that I probably got from the flea market in Germany. And the cool thing is, I know they do not do this anymore. So I always assumed it was a medium or a fine nib, and just recently only did I see that the body is marked with a little M in the black section right by my disgustingly dirty index finger. I cleaned so many pens yesterday, that's from that, whatever. I don't care. I love having inky fingers. And then I have two Lamy Safaris. One is my dear AL that was a gift from a friend. Oh, you're not yet dry. This has a B nib. I may have to put that out to dry a little more. Then this I purchased at the Lamy flagship store in San Francisco. And here is an Aurora 88, which commemorates the birth of my firstborn. And I love it. And it's a piston filler, but I also think I will fill it by taking out the nib and go in from the front with a syringe. Then I have a very funny other pen. You're gonna laugh because I have this wide variety of pens and I really love them all. And this is one of them. It says Rolly. I cannot even, it's from Germany. I bought it at the flea market. Have you ever seen anything that looks, I mean, you can't feel it, but anything that looks so trashy and insanely cheapo? But as far as I remember, it writes amazingly. So I'm curious to go back and try it. You know what? I see all these golden spots. I think maybe it used to be covered in golden stars, the body. Fine, fairly fine nib. And this is a cartridge filler, so I haven't decided yet. Either I fill the cartridge or I'm gonna do an eyedropper fill also, but it's not that fine here, so it may not, I don't know, haven't decided yet. So far I have 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 pens that are ready to go. There's more that are drying by the sink. And let's go to the desk and fill our first pen and do some writing. I told you I was going to use this, but it was skipping on me all the time and it annoyed the heck out of me. So I ripped out the pages. Seriously, it was terrible. I don't know what was going on. So I'm going to put this aside. I'm going to start fresh because I don't want this to be so frustrating of an experience. Fountain pens are fun and I love writing with them. This guy is gonna go bye-bye for now. And instead I brought my Pelikan, which I think is a Pelikan 150. Start over with the filling. And look at this cutie. It's a gift from a friend. Okay, I'm gonna put a tiny bit of silicone on the I never remember the term for this. Just in case. Back in the nib. Okay, and now I'm hoping this will be a more pleasant experience than the Kaweco Sport. I am so annoyed by what happened with that. Now let's see. Let's get this guy going. Prime the feed. And here we go. All right. Seize the night. If you've been on YouTube today, you've seen 100 million videos of Seize the Night. No, not that many. Of course not, but you will know that this is the name. Seize the Night. And this is a Pelican 150 with a fine nib. And I will start over transcribing my story. If you want to see what I've done before, this is how it looks like. Simply horrible. I mean, it looks okay, but it was skipping all the time. Terrible. Okay, the reindeer. By Fiona Bird. So what's the verdict? I see some nice shading. It's a beautiful, it's almost like an aubergine color. And in the splats, you can see some almost kind of a golden sheen. I hope you can see that too. Yeah. And yes, shading, even though this is a fine nib. So this was fun. And seriously, I'm so disappointed by my Kaweco pens. Specifically this new one. I don't know what I'm gonna do with you, little dude. Very disappointing. And I will see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.